Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count.
Shalom, and welcome to Israelite Talk TV, where we deal with all the current events surrounding the Israelites here in this nation and also in various different nations around the globe where the Most High Yahuwah has scattered us to. Now, this morning, my brothers and sisters, I'm getting ready to go in on Mr. Rubber Band Man, Mr. T.I., Mr. King of the South, okay? Because, you know, y'all got to pay attention to what the Most High is doing, man, here in these last days. You know, you got these athletes and these celebrities, because people keep saying, well, why are we worrying about them? Why are we saying this and that? You know, we heard people like Bodil come out. You know what I'm saying? We've heard people like Bun B come out. You know what I'm saying? And this is my thing. We hear Steven Jack. We hear all these people running their mouth and, you know, why other men, you know, woo-woo. But this is the deal. Why don't they never come out when these same celebrities sit on Vlad TV and talk about niggas all day long? Where is they at? You know what I'm saying? These entertainers make money sitting down on these platforms talking about other niggas. You know what I'm saying? And there's no problem with that. But when bloggers come out or somebody that they don't like that's trying to correct them or some, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with these people coming out saying, oh, well, you shouldn't be saying this. But come out and say it to everybody. Don't just come out and say it to one person and say, oh, man, you know, you shouldn't be saying this and this and that. Nah, man, this is the problem, man. Too much hypocrisy in our communities, man, with these people that's supposed to be leaders. And I'm getting ready to show you with T.I., you know what I'm saying, how hypocritical he is. Now, listen to this, man. And this is what I want all y'all to understand. How in the world is this man gonna band with Boosie? And Boosie already on his last leg. This the same person that's on Instagram crying, talking about, I want my account back. I can't, this is how I make money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying? We still wanna know what happened with Duke the Jeweler down there. Why you think you done got out the pot? You ain't, no, that ain't over with. You know what I'm saying? But think about this. T.I. is coming out and want all the hip hop community, entertainment community, and all these people to stand with him and do all of this stuff against Charleston White. And the question is why? Why would anybody come out and listen to a man who his own son ain't even listening to? You see what I'm saying? Your own son don't even listen to you. So what is the purpose of people? Oh, well, I'm gonna side and we're gonna ban, we're gonna do this and that. What are y'all listening to this dude for? His own son is not listening to him. Listen, man, if your own children is not listening to you, why would anybody else in the streets or anywhere else listen to anything you got to say? Your own child don't listen to you. Don't got no respect for you. But then you want everybody else to respect you and do all this other stuff. Nah, Holmes, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm finna go in about these snitching allegations with T.I., right? That's been the subject of discussion for some years and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? It's important to break down the science between what really happened in that case, because you want to understand why the Most High is targeting these celebrities that ain't really standing on them. Because T.I. the same one. They want to promote all this stuff, but when his life is on the line, he gonna do any and everything to get up out that jam. He not finna sit. These dudes ain't, listen, man. A lot of these older rappers, they have been broke. You know what I'm saying? They are, you know, they used to be field niggas, but now they house niggas. They reform because they know that white man that they worship, you know what I'm saying, will cut their water off, and they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to do everything that man tell them to do, and they're going to stay in line because they don't want that smoke, okay? Now, before I get into this subject about did T.I. snitch or not, and break down the science on that, make sure y'all hit them likes and run them subscriptions up. You know what I'm saying? Share this with everybody you know, because this is what they want to do. They want to try to silence people, and we the people got to fight back. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going for that. You might be able to deceive these little kids and stuff out here, but you're not deceiving nobody that's grown. They know better. You know what I'm saying? They want your son and your daughter to go out here and do all this stuff to go to jail while they sit back and reap all the benefits. Nah, you know, those days is done. You know what I'm saying? So now it's always the disclaimers down in the description box. Now let me get into it, right? Now, before I give y'all my opinion on if T.I. snitched or not, let me explain to you why people are saying that T.I. snitched, okay? A lot of y'all have not been to jail and really don't understand how the federal government works, okay? And let me explain this to you real quick. The federal government is pretty much set up where, like, if you catch a case, like right now, you can go look up the standards. They have guidelines, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you ever been to jail and you got cases and then you get caught with other cases and you have all these enhancements, you can go right to the book, to the federal guidelines, and before the police even sentence you or anything like that, and know, okay, I fall into this guideline and this and that. So there's certain guidelines that T.I. should have fell into, and he should have got more than a year in prison. And this is why people are saying that he told, because when you know the federal, the government, the guidelines, you can go online right now and look at that. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You know what I mean? So you can say, okay, he had previous drug cases, he had this, and then he got caught with guns. You know what I'm saying? You fall into a minimum of a certain period of time, and if you don't get that type of time, then it's either you snitched or whatever the case may be. So this is why people have said that T.I. is a snitch, okay? Now, one thing we can say is we haven't seen any paperwork. When T.I. actually came through to do that time, I was actually in Atlanta USP doing time, and I had partners, because back during that time, that's back when I was on count rotating with the guys. It was guys down there in Fort City with T.I., you know what I'm saying? So, and they out west, you know what I'm saying? I can call them right now and they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? But at any rate, no paperwork has come out, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, in the mediums and stuff like that, they operate a little bit different from the USP. So sometimes you do got people out there that's telling her things like that. But that would have came out if T.I. actually did tell. Okay, so what actually happened? You know what I'm saying? How did he get this year and a day? I'm finna tell you what happened. This is how he got the year and a day. T.I. T.I. did an interview, right? And the words that he said out his mouth was that he was worth more on the streets than in jail. Okay. Now let me decipher this for this so y'all can understand what's going on. The record label that T.I. was signed to, right? You got to understand that these big record companies and execs, and I told you that I'm finna get ready to go into this, they are tied into the private prison system. You know what I'm saying? They work hand in hand with the U.S. government. You know, so it's just like all these celebrities coming out mad about Kanye West wearing an all white matter shirt when they went right to the BET Awards, and it's alleged that the same people that own BET own private prisons and have been involved with that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand how the prison system and the rap industry work. You know what I'm saying? So when T.I. said he was worth more on the streets than in jail, you got to understand that the government is looking at it like this. They can corrupt more people with T.I. being on the streets and get more people put in jail than just locking T.I. up because of the influence that he got. You got to understand, this about around the time when T.I. was hot, you know what I'm saying? You know, Urban Legend, you know what I'm saying? Paper Trail, all of that stuff when T.I. was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So the government is looking at it like, this dude is worth more, you know what I'm saying, on the streets than in jail. Because if we can keep him on the streets promoting this message of death and destruction in jail to his people, then we can lock up way more people, you know what I'm saying, than just T.I. We can make way more money than just the money we're going to get for him. And of course, we know he got millions and things like this or that. You know what I'm saying? See, when these rappers go sit down, think about like Pooh Shiesty, right? When you look at somebody like Pooh Shiesty, you see how going to jail just kind of killed his buzz. Ain't nobody really talking about Pooh Shiesty or really kind of, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, this is why the same thing just happened with NBA Youngboy. Now, all these people talk about the feds, this and that, the feds, da, da, da. But then NBA Youngboy beat the feds. So what's really going on here? It's because you got to understand that in this day and time, two of the main people, the two voices that's the most influential here in the United States in the rap industry is NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk. So they're not finna let, you know what I'm saying? They're not finna let NBA Youngboy go to jail and do all this time because they need him on the streets putting out this music that's gonna keep our youth going to jail and killing one another. We're not gonna take him out of there. We need him. So this is what happened with T.I. Them rich record execs worked that deal behind the scene with the feds to make sure he didn't get that much time to keep him out. It's the same thing that they're doing with Dirk. Think about this, right? If they're telling us in the Young Thug in the YSL case that they've been watching Young Thug since 2014, they going all the way back to 2014 on them, right? Why did they come get them in 2014? It's because the record execs are invested into what is known as private prisons. They need the Young Thugs, the people that's going to promote all of this stuff. And if you notice, when they came and got Thug, we weren't really hearing nothing for Thug. He was kind of quiet. You know what I'm saying? It was really Gunna that was really doing everything. So this is what they do, and they're going to do the same thing with Dirk. Because Dirk been kind of quiet. You ain't really heard enough from Dirk. But when he started trying to fall back and say, I don't really want to do that, this is when the feds come in. And it's going to be a big case, and everybody's going to be talking about Dirk, and everybody's going to eat off of him, and everybody's going to be giving their opinion on him. And none of these rappers are going to be saying, oh, well, why y'all talking about another man? Why y'all doing? They gonna sit down and they gonna talk about, they gonna make money just like they did with Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? This is how the gang go. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm telling you why this is important to understand what's going on with T.I., because this is what they do. They use these rappers to corrupt our youth because they can keep our youth in jail or dead, and they're making money off of them, off these slave plantations when they go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So what people got to understand, it's not that I won't see my people in jail, but this is the only thing that's scaring y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is the only thing y'all afraid of. If your brother come to you and tell you stop doing it, you're not doing it. If your parents tell you not to do it, you're not doing it. So the only thing that they respecting and honoring is jail. You know what I'm saying? So if people are scared of snitching and people telling, they're not going to go out here and be committing these crimes. You know what I'm saying? And we could say most of our youth that's going to jail anyway listening to these rappers. Now, let me say this, right, about T.I., because he's sitting down here with Boosie on there and they talking all this stuff. And Steven Jackson, I want you to pay close attention to this, because you was the same one. Why are we glorifying telling and snitching and da-da-da-da? Now, wait a minute. There is a video on the internet with Mr. T.I. with Crime Stoppers, right? And one of the things that he said on there, this is public knowledge. This is not nobody putting anything on T.I., putting anything in his mouth. This is public knowledge. There is a Crime Stopper video out with him telling people, if you see people in the neighborhood doing this, go report it to the police, okay? Go report it to the police and turn them in, okay? Now check this out, because this is the catch-22. Now some of y'all are saying, oh, well, T.I. ain't like that. He just did that for the money, woo-de-woo-de-woo. Now, I agree with the message that he said, and this is the same message that everybody else is pushing, the Charles White and all this. It's the same thing that T.I. said back when he was under pressure. You know what I'm saying? And didn't nobody have a problem with that? Now all of a sudden, everybody got a problem with it. And to those of you out there that say, man, T.I. just did that to get out the case and this and that, my question is, if these dudes are so street, so ghetto, so the king, this and that, why would they let the white man degrade you? Why would he let the white man degrade him like that? Why he ain't say, hey, listen, man, I'm in the streets. And we know T.I. was in the street. We know he did it to get out the case. But this is the point that I'm trying to prove to y'all. These rappers do not want to leave these multi-million-dollar lifestyles. They want your kids to go do all this stuff, and they're not going to do it. They're going to do everything under the sun to stop from going to jail, including making a video saying, go turn criminals in. But then when you have other activists saying to go do this, turn these rappers in, now everybody mad. So, I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. T.I. said the same thing that a lot of these activists is online saying, and did nobody say nothing to T.I. about, oh, he promoting snitching and telling and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. So why? So if you not cut like that and you from the streets and you so gutter, you so thorough on this and that, why would you let the white man degrade you like that? And make a video knowing you ain't cut like that? I'm telling y'all, these dudes are puppets. They dance to the beat. When the white man said, you go do this, they're going to do it. T.I. and say, listen, man, I ain't no snitch, man. I can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? My people now, he went and did it because he wasn't trying to go to jail and go do that time. So why do they want to promote that message to your kids and have them go to jail and do something that they're not going to do? Them people come get T.I. right now. Shit, listen, man, it's going to be ugly in the paint. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be ugly in the paint. He ain't trying to sit down and do no time. He wasn't trying to do no time then. This is why he did the Crime Stopper video. These people are puppets. When that white man tell them to jump, they jump. But then they get mad at Kanye West about wearing a White Lives Matter shirt when they doing everything the white man telling them to do. So you ain't getting out of that T.I. and can't nobody save you. That message that you gave on Crime Stoppers is what we are on. We got to clean these communities up. You know what I'm saying? And if you was just doing it, you know what I'm saying, just to get out of trouble, this go to show you that these dudes ain't real gangsters. They ain't cut like that. When that white man apply pressure, they gonna dance to the beat. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if Charleston White came out of the blue and just said, T.I., I'ma kill your son, I would be the first one to line up behind you and condemn that stuff. Your son told that man, when we catch you, we whooping your tail. You know what I'm saying? And that man responded to it. And anybody gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If I came and jumped on T.I. or one of y'all 18, 19-year kids would have jumped on him, he would kill him. You know what I'm saying? He would definitely kill him. And anybody else that's saying they want to do it is a lie. You know what I'm saying? So let's not play games here, man. But this is what's going on. These dudes promote all this violence, all this stuff in our communities, and then they want people to stand behind them. Listen, man, y'all words is not carrying no weight. If y'all not talking about righteousness, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't see them out here saying, you know what, we got to stop talking about drill music and stop talking about this and that. No, they're not doing that because they're not going to make no money. They're not going to have no money if they're not talking about that stuff, man. So at the end of the day, man, I just gave you the science, man. This is what happened, man. You know what I mean? These people, they work for the people. You know what I'm saying? They keep our people in jail, locked up, and in the cemetery. But then they want people to come side with them, man. So, there you go. There you have it, man. And, you know, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Shalom.